Well, here she is, boys. If you don't know what this is, you will shortly. I started to open up, but I said, you know what? I'm going to not make this so much an unboxing video, but also make it a video documentation of what's actually in the box in case I am missing any bags or anything, or if I decide to sell this later on, I've got an inventory of what's inside. All right, so here we go. So I started here, but I didn't make it far. So let's see what we got here. In a nutshell, this is a Team Associated remote control car. It's not just any car, it's a 40th anniversary car. That's the 40th anniversary of the RC10, and that came out December of 1984. And in a nutshell, I've always been into RC cars since I was a kid. My first car was a Tamiya, or Tamiya, however you like to pronounce it, Blackfoot. And after I started upgrading it, I quickly realized that it needed, a lot more quality parts. It was a money pit, basically. I'd be constantly throwing money into it. So I decided to get something a little bit faster, and I opted for a Striker, which is an entry-level car, but it's pretty fast, and there's ball bearing kits available and optional motors and everything. Long story short, I built that Striker. I got it for Christmas, and the next day it got run over by a car. And I was a little kid, and I was hurt, of course, but at the time I told my father, I said, hey, I had a car, but I don't have it anymore. I told him the story. Lo and behold, I did not know that he had purchased an RC10, one of the first ones that came out. And he assembled it for me, and he painted it for me, and he shipped it to me. At the time, I was living across the pond at an undisclosed location. Anyways, long story short, I used the electronics of the other car that was hit by a car. It was salvageable, and I put it into the RC10. Well, that RC10 was amazing. It's compared to maybe a Koenigsegg or McLaren, or it's to me it was the ultimate, one of the, if not the ultimate car back in the day. So here I'm going to remove the box just shortly so I can take out the shipping label, which has my address and invoice. I'm just going to put this over here, close the box back up, put her back into the shot. All right. So, long story short, I was able to play with that car, and I had that car with me for a long time, approximately, we'll call it 20 years. And I moved, and I got out of the hobby like everyone else, and like a dumbass, yeah, I sold it. And I sold it relatively cheap because who wanted a 20-year-old remote control car at the time? I also had a YZ10 with the Yokomo YZ10, which is kind of a four-wheel drive version, a Radio Shack Golden Arrow, if you remember those, a monster truck conversion kit for the RC10, a bunch of parts, a bunch of Futaba radios, Magnum Sports, Magnum Juniors, an Attack R. I mean, we're talking old school crystal receivers and transmitters. Anyways, long story short, sold it. Now, I've been eyeing RC stuff, and I've learned that the car that I sold for probably $150 is worth $1,000 to $1,500, depending on the condition that it's in. Lo and behold, Team Associated decided to release a 40th anniversary edition of the original RC10. This is pretty much the original box, although it's got a few indications of the 40th anniversary. There's a 40 stamp. You guys know, you watch this, if you know anything about this, there's a few videos floating around on YouTube. The day that I received an email from Team Associated saying that this kit, limited edition kit, was available, within 15 minutes of receiving that email, I placed my order. That was not if I was going to think about it, run it by the wife, none of that. And no. This you just click buy and it was on the way. And so here it is. It just arrived. A lot of these guys are taking these and they are just going to leave them sealed. Hell, they may not even pull them out of the shipping box because it's, you know, Team Associated Electronics. Some guys are just going to leave them sealed in the box. Some guys are going to take them out and leave them sealed in that box. But me, I'm going to open the box and inventory the components inside. Just a quick brief video. Brief, we're already at 5 minutes. So I've got nothing to hide as far as chassis number. Some guys don't want to reveal what chassis number they got or whatever. It doesn't matter to me. So factory sealed, like you see up here. There's the kit number, 6007 40th Classic kit. Made in Taiwan. That's something of interest. I don't know if the previous one was made in Taiwan. I don't think it was. But like anything these days, everything's designed and engineered in USA and then made in Japan, Taiwan, China, unfortunately. Or maybe fortunately. Who knows? The price of this kit was, I think, $359, $349. I don't even remember now. It is not on the invoice, but that's not that big of a deal. It's not why we're here. So factory sealed. Looks like this label lifted just a little bit, or wasn't placed on correctly. Let's see if I can lift it up without it tearing the box. I don't know if I'll be able to do the other ones like that. I don't mind cutting them. It's not a huge deal. I'm not going to. Matter of fact, let's just do that. Let's just put the sticker back here. Put it on the box, press it in, and let's just cut it. That way there's no funny stuff. I'm not one to go through something and reseal it and make it look like it's factory sealed. Nah. So let's just cut the box here. Factory sealed, not anymore. So anyways, sold the car like a dum-dum, but now I've got it back. And I don't know if I'm going to just leave this in the box or if I'm going to build it one day. We'll see. We shall see. But just having this on the shelf, this means a lot. It means a lot. So here we go. All right. So what you can't see, maybe I can get it in the shot. I cannot move the camera. Okay, here we go. So down here, RC10 40th anniversary. This actually turns into like a little display box. When you build the car, you can fold the box up a different way, and then it sits on the box, and it's like a little display. So let's just go with the quick inventory part. Seems everybody's pulling out bag J first, and that's what's on top. So here we go. Here's bag J. And let me give you a brief description. So yes, you have to assemble this car. Wheels, you put the wheels together, you put the tires on, some little headlights, gear cover. There's mixed parts on different bags. The manual is online. I wish there would be a paper manual, but not so. So here's some suspension components in here. They even provide you with, what is it, 30 weight? Yeah, 30 weight oil. So these are oil-filled shocks. Beautiful. Bag G. Everything's still sealed. Here is the driver. So you paint this however you like and then cut it out and then place it in the car. So it looks like somebody's driving the car. It's kind of cool. Here we go with bag H. Looks like a battery tray, antenna holder. And I know all of this because I've owned one of these cars for 20 years, and I used to rebuild this thing and break stuff and the entire car inside and out. I've worked on this, all the little E-clips that are involved, all the screws stripped, all the scratches under the bottom of the gold pan. I mean, this is like a part of history with me. So here's some bushings. Sad that they did not include bearings, but back in the day, you know, bearings were upgrade. Or you could purchase a kit with bearings and it would jack the price up. Dog bones in here, part of your drive lines, suspension, A-arms, etc. I'm sorry, I didn't denote what bag that was. Bag E. So we got bag E. Bag G is the suspension components. Might be getting ahead of myself. Bag H for the battery. Let's continue here. Bag C, sealed. Gears, looks like, if I recall, what are they, 48 pitch? It's been a long time. It's been 40 years. Motor plate, and some more bushings and gear stuff in there. On to bag B as in boy. And we got shock towers, more suspension stuff in there. Bag A, this is your front, your nose plate right there. Bag A. And on to bag D. No particular order here, obviously, just as I pull them out. More shock towers, etc. These are the little posts on the top where the wing will go in. It presses in with these little metal wires. I think you bend them yourself. And let's go to some more bags here. Bag F. These are all your threaded rods. So the new stuff has a little nut on here where you can take a wrench and adjust it. Your toe in, your toe out, all adjustable. These are little ball caps here. Basically, they're tie rod ends, and you have to thread these on the right way and drive your car and then make adjustments as necessary. But this is how they did it back then. So all adjustable tie rods right here. I'm going to move the body up out of the way real quick. Onto bag I. And I don't recall what that is off the top of my head, but we'll get there. Not a big deal. Somebody will tell me in the comments, I'm sure. What else do we have here? Let's do the chassis last. Okay. Manual bag. Well, there's no manual in it. So here is some stickers. Once you paint the body here, it will, you can paint it whatever you want. Then you can put stickers on if you like. You don't have to, but if you want it to look like that, then you want to put all these. And this is the antenna whip. The wire antenna would go through there, as you see right there. But the old one was clear. This one is black. Some tools. They provide you some Allen wrenches. It's nice. Anyways, onto the body. I don't know what this is. Oh, that's the wing. Okay, so the wing was just kind of shoved in there, sitting in there. See, that's a wing. You actually paint it again, and you can just cut this out however you like and attach it to the body. Well, it's separate. It goes through the top here. And here is the body. A lot of people are getting damaged bodies, scuffed bodies, and you know, it just depends on how the box gets thrown around. It's kind of inevitable, I guess. But this one looks like it's in good shape. Some scuffs here and there, but it looks like it'll clean up nicely. And there's the body. So let's put this back in the bag. Wrap up this video. We're going to do the chassis number reveal. I have no idea what it is. That's the thing. That's another thing. You don't know what number limited edition this is until you open the box. You cannot, there's no markings on the box at all. You have to open the box. So here's the digital manual, QR code. You scan it. The manual is online finally. It was not the last couple of days. Pull this out, and this, I will say, it feels thinner to me, or at least it's tapered here. I don't recall the original having this taper, this edge to it. The other one was relatively thick, and the noise you're hearing in the background are some police scanners going on. So there's the 40. That denotes the 40th anniversary. Of course, we all know this is, a lot of people said this was lasered in, perhaps. I don't think it is. But anyways, there's some nicks on the bottom. Not a huge deal. Just to be able to hold this, again, after 40 years, like, insane. All right, so down here, below that, RC10, see it's a little reflective. And if we zoom in, you can see, or not see, 2268. Yeah, camera's not going to focus. Let's get her back. But yeah, 2268 is this kit. And we're just going to put it back in the box. So there you go. I purchased this within 15 minutes of it going live, and hoping to get a low serial number, but you never know. It just goes to show you that a lot of these were already shipped out in various locations all over the world. You can get these now. Limited edition, I don't know how many they're going to have, but there it is. RC10, freaking amazing. I don't know if I'm going to build it or not. I'm going to do some homework and see what kind of brushless motors are out there, batteries, electronics, yada yada. See if I want to just build it, play with it, enjoy it, or just let it sit on the shelf, you know, just to know it's there. It's that cool. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any comments, stick them below, and we'll catch you on the next one. Take care, guys.